this out a bit. Oh, so Monday morning. Hello, doing a little vlog. Haven't done one for a while now. I have had a very quick shower. It is 10 to 9. I have washed my fringe. I'm just about to give that a blast with a blow dryer. And then I have to take Jack down to nursery. He's supposed to be there at 9 o'clock. It's 10 to 9. Luckily, it's not that far from where I live. So we are doing some very, very quick skincare and then we're gonna get on the road. But today, I'm actually taking him around to nursery and then I have got a hospital appointment, a doctor's appointment to go and get blood tests done for my thyroid. And then I'm going to get myself together in here. I might do a little bit of a video before I go because my work starts at 2 o'clock today. I've got a new job. If you're new around here, that won't matter to you. But if you've followed me for any amount of time, then you might be quite excited that I have a new job. And I know this lighting is very orange at the moment, but I'm just using the little light up my vanity. And believe it or not, it looks very sunny through that window, but it's actually kind of dark still. So we're just gonna get ourselves together. I'm gonna put a jacket on him. He's already ready. That's why I am not ready, obviously. You alright, Jack? You know when they go quiet and you start to think, that's worrying. Hi. Oh, Jesus. So he had a cup of water in the living room. I'm trying to use open top cups. Not all the time in restaurants and stuff. I'm like, just give him the sippy cup. But I'm trying to use open top cups because I just want him to learn, you know, this is how you actually drink out a cup. And basically the other night I heard him and I thought, what's going on? What's that noise? And then he was walking through with the water in 2 hands, spilling it everywhere. Luckily he is dry, so I don't have to get him changed. Now, I've used up every moisturiser I own for your face. So I'm going to use this, which is stuff I use on my body quite a lot, which is the CeraVe moisturising cream. But I'm going to use it on my face because I have run out of moisturiser. I did I order some? I'm going to double check. But I did put an order in with Black Friday to get a few top ups. So they will come soon. So I'm just using this in the interim, but it's absolutely fine for a moisturiser for your face. I just feel sometimes it leaves a little bit like, you can feel it on your skin ever so slightly. Not bad, but just a little bit. And on my body, I don't mind it so much, but on my face, I prefer something a little bit more, it'll suck in. And I feel like as well, it's not a greasy feeling. That's not the feeling I'm describing. It's just a funny, like, if I rubbed it too much, it might start pilling feeling. So that's why I don't use it on my face that much. But it's totally safe to use on your face. It's absolutely fine. I'm going to go and blast my fringe in a minute, but I need to go and redo my pump because it was empty. So I need to do that too, and it's now probably 5 to 9. Oh, where did you find him?
Baba.
What's that?
A baba. A baba.
A baba? I think that's a caterpillar. Caterpillar.
Baba.
Killer. Yeah. Caterpillar. Thank you. Caterpillar. Who's that?
The guy.
It's you. Where's your jacket and your coat? You hear me? Where's your jacket and your coat? Because we're going to go down to nursery. Well, where's your shoes? We need to get your shoes and your coat. I just realised I said jacket and coat there. You're looking at me thinking, I don't need both of them. Right, I'm just going to give the rest of my hair a quick brush. I think anybody who has to take children anywhere early in the morning and you've not had time to get yourself ready knows it's the bare minimum. So, thanks darling. Can we get your coat and your shoes? Coat and shoes? Where are they? Let's go and look for them then. Okay, I've just dropped him off at nursery. We're now at 9:25. I think I got there at 15:15. That's not that bad, is it? But basically had to chat to them about a few things because I'll be going to work 2 till 10 today. My mum is going to pick him up and she's never done it before. I don't think Jack's going to love it because he'll be like a bit kind of, this isn't the usual person that picks me up. But also she probably won't really know where to go or what to do, so I had to give a password and all that kind of stuff too. So now heading to the doctor's for my blood test. Yay! I was hoping I would stop, get myself a wee coffee on the way, but now I'm thinking my blood test is at 22 and it's 9:25, so probably don't want to risk missing that appointment, so I might get one after. But otherwise, oh, you just feel all totally rush, don't you? What is it? Why does it happen? Like, if I had to get myself out of the house in the morning, I'd be fine, but when you're chasing wee people to be like, can you put your shoes on now please? Can you put your coat on? And he's actually brilliant, he does a really good job, but it's just like not one ask, is it? You've got to ask them a few times, and I'm like, oh please can we get out of the house? But anyway, so heading to the doctor's now, and then after that I will come back to you, I suppose. Hey, so I've just got in, the kettle is boiling, so hold on, I'll get out of the kitchen for a second because otherwise you won't hear me. So I just got in and I thought, oh, I'll go around and get a wee coffee after I've been to the doctor's, but truth be told, if I had to go to the coffee shop, I'd have to walk past my house to do that, and I thought, too much fucking hassle, I've got too much to do. So I need to strip my bed and all that now, because my mum's coming down to stay. I don't have a spare room because obviously Jack's room is where I would usually have my spare room, and there is a futon in there, but I don't expect anybody to sleep with Jack because obviously he might wake up overnight and that's a little bit unfair. So what I decided I would do is I'll just strip all my bed down and we will sleep on the futon, and basically I'll give my mum my bed. So I'm going to strip my bed, it's not even made yet. Strip my bed, put new stuff on it. I need all the dishes. What a day. Oh, I've got all the dishes to do and things like that. I've got clothes to put away, things to just generally tidy up, which is pure shite. Then once I've done that, I think I'm going to sit down and put a little bit of slap on so I'm ready for work later, but also to film a couple of little videos. And then once I have done that, I'm going to get some of the Christmas stuff out. So like the Christmas tree and all that is in my hall cupboard, so I'm going to get all that out in preparation. And then I'm going to decide where the fuck I'm going to put the Christmas tree, because usually we would put, sorry the sun is really bright in that window at the moment, we would put our Christmas tree here in this part of the room and it looks lovely. But obviously now we've got Jack's like toy storage situation here. What we're thinking is this chair we're going to move somewhere and put it in this corner this year. That's his little table and chair as well. So I need to see, I need to just rejig things to figure out where everything is going. But now first, before we do any of that, I'm going to run the sink so I can do some dishes, and I'm going to have a coffee. That's my first plan, have a coffee. So I got a little bit waylaid there because, you know when you start cleaning and then all of a sudden you find you're like reorganising places and finding other places to put things. That's what I started to do, rather than just doing the dishes and making the bed. Bed is done. I was like, oh, I'll start moving all this stuff about. I'm now thinking I probably need to buy myself a few more fitted sheets, because obviously there must be a few in the wash, but I had to put a non-fitted sheet on that bed, you know, like a straight sheet, which luckily, because I'm a nurse, my training comes in handy. I can do a little corner on them, but it's not, but like, give me a fitted sheet any day of the week. Even in hospital now, we have fitted sheets. We don't have those square sheets anymore. So anyway, I have to buy a few more fitted sheets because I think some of mine must be in the wash, and I've obviously had to put some things through in Jack's room so that me and Alan have a sheet tonight, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to go and buy a few more fitted sheets. Anyway, I'm going to stick a little bit of makeup on my face. I have made myself a coffee eventually, but it is now like 11:30 and I'm like, oh, how did I manage to be cleaning for nearly an hour and a half there? So I've got my little case of makeup here. I think I've spoke about this before. This is in my handbag. This came as part of a set from a brand called Parfois, which we don't have here in the UK, but you can buy through them online, which is quite nice. But basically, I kind of keep this as a little bit of a handbag, makeup bag, and because I've been going to my new job this week, sometimes I've been leaving and doing my makeup in the car, sometimes I've done it at home, just depends on what my time is going like. And basically I've taken this with me to put on a little bit of makeup, so everything I could possibly need will probably be in here. However, I did get sent a few new things. So this one here from IT Cosmetics is the Bye Bye Dark Spots Concealer and Corrector with 2% niacinamide and hyaluronic acid and caffeine. So when I read this, I'll just show you the little box it came in. So when I read this little box it came in, the Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof one. This one here, I already have these. I don't like this. I don't use it that often. It is a full coverage concealer. It's very, very heavy. And because it's called Bye Bye Under Eye, I cannot imagine anything worse on my under eyes. So when they sent me this, I was like, a little bit, no, I don't think I'm gonna like this. However, if you look at the little chart, little, what do they call this? Crib sheet? I don't know. What it says is the coverage for the original one is full, this one is buildable and medium. It says that you conceal the under eye, this one is for dark spots. I don't know why I couldn't use it for the under eye as well. It says the benefits of this one is it fades the look of dark spots and under eye circles, so you can use it on your under eyes. It says it is texture is a lightweight cream, whereas the older one is a rich cream. And it also says that it has a little kabuki brush built in, which it does on the top. You can see it's dirty because I've already tried this. But we're going to try it again now, because I just want to talk about it really. Also, I just thought I would let you know what I was at the doctor's for. So, if those of you are new around here, you might not already know this. I have a 1.5-year-old. You've probably seen him at the start of the video. 1.5? He's nearly 2 now. He'll be 2 in March. And basically, after having him, I think he was about 14 to 16 weeks when it happened, I can't remember exactly, that I got took into hospital, and they thought it was my heart because I have had heart problems before and I've had heart surgery before, but it turned out it was actually an overactive thyroid, and so my body was in hyperdrive, so to speak. That's why my heart was racing and my blood pressure was high and all these other things. So I have to get my thyroid levels checked, but not routinely, not like all the time. However, what sometimes happens after you have had an overactive thyroid is that your thyroid's almost like puffed out and a little bit like, oh, produced so much thyroxine, or it's been a little bit swollen and it's been leaking out the thyroxine that it produces. And basically it then goes into underactivity, which happened to me, which is very common for diabetic people as well. Also diabetic if you're new around here. But basically it meant that my body then became really sluggish and slowed down, and I was like, oh. So I ended up having to take thyroxine. Now this week I do have an appointment with endocrinology, who are the people who kind of oversee the thyroid situation. But last week I was having terrible symptoms of the overactivity again. I was feeling really like heart bouncing out my chest type situation. So I phoned the doctor and said, listen, can somebody do a little blood test on me? Which they were more than happy to do. And then when I checked the calendar, I realised I had an appointment with endocrinology this week anyway. So that's probably a good thing. I've timed it well. Now, I did put on there the Beauty Bay Glow Filter because I really do love it. It gives a little bit more juice to the skin, makes me feel a little more hydrated. I am going to put on as well, oh no, that might be in my handbag. I was going to put on the clear version of the Dior Addict Lip Glow, but let's just put on the orange one because the clear one is clearly in the handbag. Now, those of you who might know me, that I work a little bit backwards because I like putting on my blush first and then going in with concealer. So I'm just going to take this from Violet FR. I did order a couple of things on Black Friday from them because, as I said, it was a brand that actually reached out to me, asked if they could send me this, so this was sent to me. But I was so impressed with it, I thought I am going to pick up a few other bits from them. So I'm waiting on that delivery coming, and this one is called Aisa. It's like a berry toned blush, as you can probably see. I'm just gonna, it's got a little brush on the other end, so I'm just gonna blend that in. I'm going to put on a little bit of bronzer. This is the Milk Makeup Baked Bronzer. Now, just before this turns into a tutorial, I thought I would show you this as well. I just got this in the post yesterday. What day is it today? Monday. I think my neighbour got delivered it on Saturday and they gave me it on Sunday, so that's why I got it yesterday. And this is the new Cosmic Brushes Gothic palette. I think this came out for Halloween, so it's not that new. But, oh! Now, this is not my kind of colour palette. It wouldn't be the first thing I would gravitate towards. However, these plummy tones and like the purples, I just thought that is stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Can you see it there? I was looking in Black Friday and I thought, do you know what? Give me that. I don't actually think this had a discount on it. It was still very affordable, but this didn't have a discount for Black Friday. However, I was like, give me a wee shot of that. It looks amazing. Now, I'm gonna just, where did I put my wee bag? There it is. As I'm going to work today, I'm not going to be doing anything too fancy. I'm just going to stick on some of the Moon Dust from Urban Decay. Hold on, come out. And I'm literally just going to take my finger. This is kind of what I have been doing in my car in the morning, just exactly what you're seeing me doing now, because a lot of the time I just don't have the effort in the morning when I'm going to work. I can't really be bothered, and I don't want to go in like too overly done up because it's people I don't really know and training people and all that kind of thing, and I'm like, oh, just keep it kind of neutral. Once they get to know me, maybe I'll start going in with purple eyeshadow, but yeah, just kept it kind of neutral at the moment. So now I am gonna, once I've got a little bit of slap on, I'm just gonna film a little kind of wish list Christmas thing, because I've got my eye on a few things that I put on the list to Santa, and I am going to film my outfit for work today. It's not what I'm wearing at the moment, because in this new job I've been told you have to wear, for the training anyway, I will be back in uniform eventually once the training's over, but I have to wear smart casual. So I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. I live in jeans, like I absolutely live in jeans. Don't get me wrong, I love a dress, I love a nice pair of trousers, but on the daily, jeans are easy for me. And I feel like jeans nowadays, they can be made to look smart casual, but it actually said on the little letter that I got, no denim. And I was like, for fuck's sake. And I also took that as no blue denim. Like, surely I'll be able to wear denim, just not your classic blue jeans denim. So I might actually wear a black pair at some point, but for the training, yeah, we're to wear smart casual. It's because they don't want you to be mistaken for a trained nurse and practitioner, basically. Because when I'm doing the training, like I'm a clinical, what do we call it? Advisor? Is that what it's called? That might be a job title, but nursing practitioner, clinical advisor, because when anybody phones up and speaks to one of the call handlers at NHS 24, can phone them any time, 24 hours a day obviously, and they need to get advice, 9 times out of 10 they'll be needing to get advice from a nurse practitioner, then that's going to be me. And when you're on the floor doing the training alongside people, you don't want to be mistaken to be a qualified member of staff or like a fully trained member of staff. So that's probably what I should say, because I'm already qualified. Just in case somebody's looking for help and they're looking at you and you're like just looking at them being like, I'm not coming to help you now, I'm sorry. So that's why we're to wear smart casual throughout, because it is an office setting. It's going to be in like a call centre, so it's a weird one. It's really, really strange. It's going to be totally different from anything I've ever done before, and I'm quite anxious about it, but so far the training's been good. There's been days where I've been like, oh, this is excellent. Like, it's actually like being back at university, because there is a lot of e-learning, and then there is a lot of what I would call lecture style teaching regarding all of the topics. Because although I've been nursing for almost a decade, obviously they have to go over a whole different idea of what triage is. Because if I am on a ward and I can see someone, I can physically see their colour, I can see what they look like, what they're acting like, all that kind of stuff. If you're on the telephone to someone, you don't necessarily know that, you don't have an obs machine beside you, so you're having to ask a lot of questions to get to the root of what the issue is, and whether or not it's an emergency situation, or whether or not you can send them somewhere to be seen, or whether or not they can head up themselves, and if it's more like a GP situation. So it's very interesting. However, I am also like totally and utterly shitting my pants, because obviously when it comes to that kind of decision making, it's going to be on me. It's going to be like just down to me. When somebody gets sick on a ward, 9 times out of 10 you're like making the decisions. You clinically can see this person's unwell and you're calling for help in the situation where you're like, I think this is what's happening. But you can't really do that over the phone, because if somebody phones and says to you, hi, I've got chest pain, now that could be a number of different things. They might not be having a heart attack, but see, if you can't rule out that they're having a heart attack, you need to send them somewhere to get them checked, to get those ECGs and stuff like that. Like, you can't make that decision over the phone. So it might seem like as if I get loads of chest pains phoning up, I'll just be like 999 blah blah blah. But see, if you can hear someone's like talking to you, they still sound quite well in themselves, or they're saying like, oh, you know, I'm just at work now, I thought I would pop out and give you a wee call because I've been having these twinges in my chest. Then you've got to be like, well, wait a minute, so you've been having these, what made you phone today? What's different? Why is that happening today? And what's the situation? Because sometimes it could be something like indigestion, as simple as that, but also that is a major symptom for women having heart attacks. So you really need to just make sure, and that is a lot of responsibility. And although you do make decisions on awards, you've usually got kind of your colleagues and all that around you to help you with the decision, and then you're obviously going to be looking towards more senior clinical members of staff. And if you are the senior member of staff, then you're going to be phoning a doctor. And sometimes that might be a junior doctor who is of no use to you whatsoever. So that's why it's like, where am I referring this person to? So it's a completely different kettle of fish. So that'll do me for my makeup. That's all. I'm going to try this concealer now. I don't think the lighting is fantastic here to give you the best idea, but we're going to give it a go. It is a little doe foot applicator, so I'm just going to pop some under here. It's very watery. I actually noticed that yesterday when I was trying it. That was the first time I tried it. I was like, God, it's so liquidy. And yesterday I did use the little brush. It was fine, but I think I'd be inclined to take a sponge to it, if I'm honest with you. I think this is a gimmick. I know that sounds awful, but I'm just kind of like, I'd rather just use a little sponge. Like, what is the point in this? I don't really, why do they do it? I'm just gonna put that under there, and I think I'll maybe try and zoom you in a moment, but I think it does actually look okay under here, because I always worry with like a liquid concealer, it's not like a creamy emollient concealer, that they're going to look really dry and flaky. I think it does the job. I will keep you posted on this though, because I feel like it's something I'll need to wear a few times to get a feel for if it's going to cause me to get all dry in there or not, but I'll keep you posted. And I think I'm going to pop on a wee bit of the Merit Day Glow Balm and call it a day. But that's kind of where we're leaving it today. Alright, so I've just got myself ready. I'm wearing like this cream kind of long dress and then a little top over, just because that seemed like smart casual today. But I will be putting up a video of the things that I've worn over the week. However, my mum is here now. You can probably hear her in the kitchen. She's just doing a bit of dishes for me. Thanks very much. I have to now get in the car because I'm going to go and pick up some colleagues. Basically, we thought last week when we all kind of met each other, we could car share because there's people close to me. So I was going to do a little vlogging in the car, classic car vlog, but now I'm like, no, that might be a wee bit weird. So I thought I would let you know before I headed out what was happening. So I thought I would just end today here before I went out into the car.